like 12 of these. You gotta watch out for the mic there, but you do 12 up front and just really get a good stretch. Whenever I take psychedelics, I just start yawning over and over. So the stimulants are hiding, or they're covering that up, and so when the psychedelics come in, it's just like it allows the nervous system to actually relax. Yeah.
I feel like this is just like the evolution from like, you know, like once you turn 40, you can't just be like banging weights. You need to get smart about how you're training. You know your cheese, right? When you wake up in the morning and you actually wake up and you feel refreshed.
Yeah.
That's a sign of where the cheese at. I would go like that for a week, and then I'd wake up one morning and I'd feel, and then I would go with it. And if you go with your body and it starts to learn, when my energy system drops, I'll support it, it resets higher. Because the body, the whole nervous system and the energy system learns we're not just going to push through. So it learns to reset itself. And every time you follow it down, it'll reset higher. And the body starts to know, oh, this guy's modulating my subtle energy.
It acts like there's more weight there, but it's less taxing on the muscles. And then when it releases, there's a nitric oxide dump.
Okay,
for
wow.
all the blood coming back in.
Okay.
Which is really good.
I love
Again, I'm not a big science guy.
Yeah.
You know, I fucking do all the things. I got the biocharger, people ask me about it. I'm like, I don't know, go to the fucking website and look at the facts. Like, I don't know. I know this shit's supposed to, it works. I believe in it. Okay, so I'll let you tighten it, but we want to kind of snug.
Okay.
That feels snug or too snug?
Probably can go a little bit. That's...
Okay. I'll create the restriction here.
Okay.
Curl
Okay.
into overhead. Flies.
Slides.
Okay.
Okay.
Alternating.
Okay.
Overhead again.
Presses. Okay.
Okay. And I'll just...
Now, the other thing that you should start playing with, you should start holding those, maybe don't power one out, just hold it. So sex without orgasm literally raises serum levels of testosterone.
Okay.
And so now the sex, the goal is not orgasm and like good sex, the goal is just connection. And then I have to keep it a bit cooler because while you're practicing, you don't want to be firing off, you know?
I've been prone to.
Keep it a bit cooler. Then when you finish, you recycle all that energy. Once the whole glandular system gets stimulated, so literally all your arousal system sits on, then you don't. You keep that free testosterone in the system. If you have orgasm and then you feel energized, that's a good sign that you have, because you know the normal like, oh, just baby.
Yes.
That's the dip. You want to, when you eventually orgasm, you want to feel light and energized. And if you're feeling a massive dip, it's too much. Because now then once you fire off, okay, boom, here comes prolactin into the system. And the refractory period is that prolactin, like having to like, your glandular system has worked, all that production, now it has to do that again.
Yeah.
Huge dip in testosterone. So that's the feeling of like, okay, and part of that is biological. I've mated with this female, I must get away from her, I must then go mate with someone else. That's why also what happens is when you hold it, you start getting that vibe of like, baby, I love you so much. And then you start to move that energy up into the heart and it becomes like even more present. If you ever watched like a male elk follow a female around before he's mated, it's like, where she go? It's like you're tracking that, right? And then you learn to work with that in a sane way. Sure, that's good. Yeah.
See that? So put the weights down, give yourself a little breather.
A little beating here.
So you can see where if you had 5 pound, you'd still get the restriction, but you could do more reps.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what's better, but I think it's just a nice, it's not too taxing because you're using 10 pounds.
Yeah. So they say you go lighter, huh?
You go lighter for sure.
Okay.
And again, like you could use water bottles. It's almost just the movement.
The movement and the blood restriction.
Yeah. So when you use the legs, you can just do body weight squats. You can do lunges. You don't have to get too cute with it.
Yeah.
And again, you don't put a lot of load on it, so it just doesn't tax your muscles as much.
Okay.
So do you feel like the constriction in your arms?
Yeah, I feel constriction, and I definitely feel like it's just like your heat turns up too.
Yeah.
Like your body's working, although I don't feel heart rate or anything. Those are amazing. Okay. Okay, I'll read the science, but I'm into it. When the orgasm builds, the breath gets shallower, okay? And then your nervous system toggles from parasympathetic into sympathetic, then you release.
Yeah.
Then there's a big cascade of prolactin, and the system then goes into like needs to reboot. If you don't do that, it means you have to keep yourself parasympathetic, so you're breathing more deeply, you're more connected. Then you want to start imagining like moving blood this way, blood and energy. So that's like a breath thing.
It's up the back and down
Up the back.
front.
That's what the Chinese guys say. So, but you got to just play with it.
Yeah.
Then when you've finished and you're still connected, now you've got all that energy. Okay, now that's where the alchemy is now like taking that like drive and desire and also then just moving it into the heart. So it becomes like more focus, more presence, more care. So it's like, it's a bit like abstract until you start practicing it.
Yeah.
And then it becomes like, oh, I feel like I still want to go because I've got all that want to go energy. Now you start and you take the like attunement and you like make it more like, hey, I'm here. So, but you got to play with it and then circulate it, cool it down.
I love the way you talk about it, because guys on the fucking Instagram talk about it. It's just like, oh, you guys sound gross.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of fucking, it's like a circle jerk talking about it. It's
Yeah,
like, stop
no,
it.
it's just like and then you get, it's part of just knowing your own energy system.
Let's get rid of these silver caps. I'm gonna throw out all this.
3, 2, 1.
Good one.
Yes.
Oh, good one. Lion Tracker's Guide to Life. Fucking, this is who wrote this? Oh, what's up? It was fucking me. I wrote this.